Hi everyone, a warm welcome. Today in this section we are discussing about PLC ladder programming. So all we know about programming, we are familiar with C programming, C++ programming, Java, etc. But in the case of ladder programming, it is quite different than the traditional ones because it is a graphical type programming. It is a one type of graphical programming. So in here we are not writing any programs codes or anything in typing. We are not typing anything in here. Instead of typing, we are drawing. We are drawing each symbols corresponding to components, and we will connect to form a program. That is mean by a graphical programming. We will draw some components like switches, motor, and outputs, etc. Then we will connect each components to form a programming. In C or CPP, we will write hash include iostream.h, conio.h, integer, abc, etc. Okay. So instead of that, in here we are just drawing the corresponding components. So we can reduce our time, and it will be very easy to analyze. There are a lot of advantages over C or traditional programs. So it is widely used in now. So the PLC ladder programming is very simple and popular. It is more interactive with some basic understanding of symbols and symbol rules. It emulates the behavior of relays or switches. This concept of PLC ladder programming can be more understandable with an interesting example of wiring in an electrical circuit. So we are now going to draw a simple electrical circuit which consists of switch, motor, and a DC source. You can see a simple drawing circuit which consists of switch, motor, and a DC input. So switch is represented in here and the motor is represented in here. The DC input is represented in here by L1 and L2. Okay, you can see in this figure L1 and L2. The DC input may be battery or any DC source, etc. In that case, in the wiring diagram, an example of electric circuit consisting of a switch and motor. The nature of the circuit is operating the motor depending on the switching activity. The wiring diagram can be rewritten in a way where input power rails are represented by two vertical lines. I can show in here two vertical lines. This is the most primary or the first rule of ladder logic programming. I showed in red marks. It is the power rails. Each ladder programming consists of two power rails, one in the left and one was in the right. So the vertical lines are called power rails. Okay. The vertical lines are called power rails. Okay, you can see L1 and L2 are the power rails in here. So this is the of rewritten wiring diagram. This method is popularly known as a ladder diagram. Both diagrams had the switches in series with the motor. You can see in this figure there is a same switch placed in here and the motor which are placed in series with the switch. You can see a switch. It is similar in previous diagram, and one motor is placed in here. The switch and motor are series. So it is a basic ladder diagram of that electric circuit. Okay. So the first rule is the ladder logic diagram consists of two power rails, which is vertical lines, and these vertical lines are connected by a horizontal line called rung, R-U-N-G, rung. So the rung is horizontal portion of the ladder diagram. In this figure you can see rung is represented in green line. This is called a rung. So in here the switch is in series with the motor. So the power supplies are the vertical lines and control elements are in the horizontal segments. This horizontal circuit always look like the rungs of a ladder. Ladder diagram main emphasis is on the control aspect of the circuit more than on the physical positioning of the components.